Hello again. Today we are working on a mouse problem. It's a gaming mouse, and the problem that this mouse had was that when the customer tried to scroll, the mouse would just it would just go round and round. Now here I already disassembled the mouse, and this is the encoder that it's actually responsible for the scrolling of the mouse up and down. It has those little like contacts that go across a circle, and as soon as you see the little pin in the image, you're gonna see it later on in the video, but that's what actually makes contact. And when it makes contact, the IC interprets as a scroll. Now here we try to take out this wheel that has the two contacts. It's a little bit difficult, but we managed to do it in the end. You have to be very careful not to break the little spring here that's pushing against the wheel, and the little contacts as well. Here we push it a little bit outwards, and one tweezer pulls the spring, and with the other we take out the wheel. And you have to be very careful not to spring it into the third dimension, because you'll never find it again. Ask me how I know it. Now here, as we zoom in, you can see a little bit of the contacts that the wheel that is spinning around it's making contact with, and there's like some sort of a grease and debris on these contacts. You will see later, after we clean them up, that they are way shinier than they look here. Now here is the wheel with the two or three contacts, actually three pins that make contact, and this is the one that's spinning around and makes contact between the pads on the stative pads that we showed before. Now here, when we zoom in, we can see the corrosion and debris that it's inside of the encoder. Now here we start to clean up the contacts. We use isopropyl alcohol and a brush. Nothing fancy, but the thing is that you have to clean it very good. And if the pads are actually water damaged or worn out, so that it's there's no more pads left, then there's not much you can do. You have to replace the entire encoder, but in this case we couldn't find the encoder anywhere to replace it with a brand new one. Now here's the pads after we cleaned them up. You can see that there's no more debris and the pads look fine. There's no breaks or anything like that, so it was only a case of cleaning them up. Now we're gonna take the rotary wheel, the one that spins with the pins, and we're gonna clean that one up as well. Now here we start to reassemble the whole thing back. Again, be very careful not to break any pins or the spring, because if you actually, the spring is melted into the case of the plastic case, and if you break one of the tabs, then it's pretty much game over. You have to replace the encoder, and good luck finding encoders for every single type of mouse that is out there. To bend the pins of the metal case back, we use a needle nose plier. and gently push them and then squeeze them from the back and the front. As you can see here, we first push them in. Now here we check if the metal spring on the back needs to put pressure on the wheel to push the pins against the pads. Now here we test the mouse and see if the wheel, the scroll wheel works as it's supposed to be working. And as you can see in a moment, the repair was successful. We actually did, after a few days after this video was filmed, we did the same exact job on power supply, an adjustable power supply. The same thing was happening with a knob. The adjustment knob was very dirty and it would jump around like crazy, and we took it off, cleaned it up, and it worked perfectly. And now here, as you can see, it works perfect. It's no problem. Now if this video helped you in any way, just don't forget to hit a like, and see you on the next one.